Record. Whoa. Recording in progress. Here we go, people. This is what is today. I'm terrified. I really am. Hey, Rebel Stars. This is my YouTube. We're going to go to my YouTube channel. It is a hot mess, just like my bed. I love you so much. For my 1,500 people. You know what? I love watching YouTubers because my kid is a total obsessed with YouTube. And this is the reason why I'm doing it, because this is her homework for me, is to like play with my YouTube more. And you know how everybody goes, oh, we're at 1 million or we're at 45 million or something. I'm like, listen, y'all are 1,500. That's the biggest audience that I ever spoke to, for 1,500 people at one of those big colleges. I think it was in Champaign-Urbana. Yeah. So, hey, listen, I love you. Look at my little hot mess YouTube. I have used this YouTube for years and years just as a catch-all. I haven't really, as you can tell. So listen, when you first come here, I put this video.
Hi, Angela Shelton here. I am a filmmaker. I made this movie. I made this movie too. I made this movie.
Did it.
And I wrote this book.
Did that too.
I do a lot of things. How?
How?
How do you do a lot of things? How?
Well, you're not doing it with your YouTube, are you? No, you're not.
How do I get all of this stuff done?
How?
And now how do I spend more time with my kid?
For real.
Playing.
You do YouTube videos while she's sleeping to make her happy. Yeah, that's what you do. Y'all, I get up at like 4, 5 in the morning. My kid is the other way. Yeah. So we have a delay today because of snow. So she's still sleeping and I'm doing this. I'm like, look.
Then I do stressing. How? I have been watching and observing really hot, successful men.
Yeah, I have. But hold on, that's a whole other program. You can deep dive that at angelashelton.com. I want to go back to my videos. Really? I want videos. We're scared. I'm going to be scared. Ready? Here's my videos. Let's see if this is going to work. I'm terrified. Okay, listen. How do you go back to the very first time you ever did nothing? This shows what I know. I'm like, oh no, let's see here. Copyright? Oh God. Playlist? Okay, videos. How do you learn more? I always want to learn more. All right, listen. How do you, okay, age restriction, description, title, views? No. I just want the, date. Here you go. Over here, date. The oldest video. August 10th, 2006. Is that the oldest video? Is that the one? I mean, is that how it works? Is this how it works? Is that the first one that I ever put on YouTube? That's what I want. I want that's it. Okay, looks like this is the very first YouTube video. We're going to clean it up. We're just going to go through my, what are you doing?
Where do I begin? This whole thing began because my name is Angela Shelton and I traveled around the country and I met every Angela Shelton in America and I discovered that 70% had been either raped, beaten, or molested.
Wow. That's not very fun. Nice earrings, nice hair, nice house. I absolutely love that house and I like that little hammock thingy. I want you to pay attention to my voice. Hear how my voice was up here and then now it is down here. Now I've been like doing a lot of my healing work over the years. I feel like I'm in my 20s in there, right? And or was I 30? I need to do some math. And I and I actually feel better and maybe even look better. I mean, than I did back then, but listen to my voice. I'd done a lot of healing of getting over post-traumatic stress stuff, but I wasn't fully there.
And then I start traveling around speaking to universities and organizations and rape crisis centers about the epidemic of child sexual abuse and abuse in general and violence. And you know, I just get nonstop emails about trauma.
Still today. and I'm talking about my movie that I made, the Searching for Angela Shelton movie. That's what I'm talking about. Still, quite literally, every single day, I get messages on some platform. You know how you're everywhere? You might even have your MySpace still. Like I have, you know, something. There's LinkedIn, there's whatever. Oh, I will get some message from somebody who either saw the movie in school or discovered it some way and sends me these messages like, hey, I saw your stuff and I didn't kill myself. I'm like, thank you. Like that's what pushes me to keep going. So I'm like, just so you know, still, after all this time, that just shows you how important it is.
And I meet people and I hear their stories about trauma nonstop, really. And so many of us don't look after ourselves. We were never taught to take care of ourselves. Nobody took care of us. So if you're coming from a situation like that in the past like that, you're not trained on self-love and self-nurturing and
truth,
like general well-being.
Raised by wolves.
That. So I'm gonna continue to learn new ways of self-healing and self-awareness and
good job,
general well-being, and I'll share them as I go. Because my mission really is to inspire and empower all survivors, no boundaries there, to heal. Because I think that's the way we're going to change the world. I really believe that if we all heal, then we're going to stop the epidemic. We're going to stop the abuse in our own lives. We're not going to marry the person who abuses our kids. We're not going to put ourselves in situations that get ourselves abused again and again and again. We're going to stop the old patterns and the old records that are just replaying and replaying. So my goal now is really to continue to inspire and empower all survivors of abuse to heal. And lead joyful lives, because I really think that's how we're going to change the world.
5,000 years later, she's still doing the same thing. Her voice is just different because she's done more of her healing work.
As if we all healed and stopped the cycle of abuse in our lives, then we are changing the world.
Yeah!
So get healthy.
True. And you know what? You look pretty. You look pretty. And I just actually got rid of those earrings because the back fell off, and ain't nobody got time to figure that out. So, isn't that cool? That's cool. Wow, okay, I'm happy. I'm happy with myself. You did a good job, kid. The matter is you. Talking. Okay, here we go. Oh, here's the next one. I love this. Are you ready? Precious. Let me give you some history on this one. I'm gonna cry. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna cry. This song was made by my friend Ophelia, who was my assistant at the time, and then she was amazing. Like, I mad respect for you, Ophelia. She was at the very beginning of my awakening into this actual, like, totally daunting pandemic of you're seeing it right now in the world. Yeah, all the child torture out there. I want to be careful with what I say, but yeah, so this is a song that is in my film Searching for Angela Shelton, and it's written and made by Ophelia, and she allows me to use it. It's on here, so shut up with your old copyright thing. Listen to it. The story of one woman is no different than the story of 1 million women or men. There's a lot of male survivors out there too. And you think women are silent? Whew. Male survivors are super silent.
It took me a while to get here, but I got here. All the miles behind me, this road has led me back to good. I can't tell you that I couldn't do it differently. I can't say that I'm not sure that I would.
I'm gonna cry. Shit, why?
I choose the light now.
Yeah! Look at him.
Forgive myself this broken heart.
that world's apart. Woo. Look at her.
My forgiveness.
Look at her. She's so little and young. Don't you cut that wire.
Able to see the things I see.
Don't you cut that wire. No.
Complicated love resistance.
I love you so much.
I choose to embrace the light in me. I choose the light now. Give myself this broken working hard to mend the pieces. 'Cause who I was and who I am, my worlds apart.
Same. I love you so much.
She never gives more than I can handle.
Oh God, I love her.
Gotta believe there's a bigger plan.
Yeah, well, little did I know. Oh shit.
For all the pain,
Still crying.
love and lessons learned.
Oh, look at the precious.
Help to make me who I am. And I choose the light now.
Yeah.
Forgive myself this broken heart.
We really did pull over, and we pulled over in a freaking graveyard. It was like,
Working
of course.
hard to mend the pieces.
This is one of my favorite movie
Who
moments.
I was and who I am.
You think you're lying in the paradise and you're in a parking lot.
It took a while to get here.
Yeah, for real.
But I got here.
Oh, love it.
All the miles behind me, this road has led me back to good.
The Angela Shelton Foundation. Oh God, that's a whole other thing. It's not worth it to have a foundation, let me tell you. That was given to me as a gift. Don't do that. It's still, I still do all the work. I still do go on the road. Oh my God, Ophelia. I love you so much. Woo! Yeah, wow. Anyhow, what's on the background? When editing this, like me crying, what's on the background now? Woo! Golly, that makes me like my brain, it moves me, obviously. Why? Why, Angela? Why? Oh, here's a private one. Ooh, it says private. Why is it private? Yeah, wow. God dang. I love you, Ophelia. I love you all. Makes my heart go like this. I love all y'all. Because we all, I mean, it's the freaking story of our lives. Breathe. Use all the healing techniques you've learned throughout the world and throughout all of these years. Man. And yeah, maybe we should cut out from the Angela Shelton Foundation. That's a whole other story. The Angela Shelton Foundation was given to me as a gift by my ex-husband. He just wanted to be, it was a very mean thing to do. And we ran it for a couple years. And then we realized, like, we raised the money. We got a big, huge gift from Frank Kern that paid people for about 5 years and ran the Survivor Manual, which is like a forum for people. We had dance parties, which of course, whenever you deal with humans out there in the world, you're going to get, especially with like customer service, especially with a nonprofit, you're going to have wackadoodles. I mean, you're going to have some real wackadoodles. And I've had my experience with that. Like, oh my God, you're doing this subject that is like healing from trauma. You can't have dance parties. It needs to be like a shelter or something. I'm like, that's not what I do. That's not what I do. I do fun and funny in the face of all the fear, and have all the way back from back then, even then my voice was up in my nose. Yeah, so we still do that. We just like kind of let it fizzle. If you look it up, it's like it just ended, and it just wasn't worth it. And it's like I could tell you a lot about nonprofits, and then as I traveled with nonprofits, speaking for them, I saw that so many of them are it's just a fucking shit show, really, and it's bullshit. And I was like, I want to be fun and fearless and fun and funny in the face of all the fears. It's like life with all the F words, all of them, fun, funny in the face of all the totally fucked up shit. So that's why the Angela Shelton Foundation, we had this whole meeting. There was 5 people, and we were like, and it just wasn't worth it anymore. Just it's not what it wasn't worth it. And then I got attacked. Oh my god, I got attacked by a bunch of survivors. He's like, she's just stealing money. She's just stealing money. Yeah, I was just like, listen, y'all are so dumb. Like you should see what really happened. Like it was actually like I got attacked by perpetrators and stolen from. I had death threats. I had the whole kit and caboodle. I could write a whole book about it, but I do not want to focus on the negative stuff. And like I'm all about like, y'all, have you seen the world? Have you seen the world? Like there are organized perpetrators that are just making money. And the biggest money maker in the world is human trafficking. Yeah. I mean that you're like, what? Yeah. And what are you gonna do? Call the cops? The cops are in on it too. And when you call the cops, they're gonna just take you right back to ugh. So it's a real pickle. And I still, from the very first video I posted on here, I still believe and I still see. It's not even I believe, I know that when we actually heal and actually get better in our own lives, it does vibrate. It's like bees. Listen, we're being like bees. We have been way back then, and we're still that way. Now, there are some bees, we're talking buzzy bees, like bzzz. You're in the hive, right? You're doing your own thing. You're like making honey or doing whatever you're doing in your hive, and then here comes a wasp, a killer wasp. What's on the background of all that? Here comes this killer wasp. And instead of you sacrificing your whole life to just battle this wasp, right? And waste time and actually get yourself killed, what all those bees do is just start vibrating higher in their own little space. You just vibrate higher in your own little space, and their vibration collectively creates a higher vibration, and it cooks the wasp to death. All they're doing is just doing their thing. And I was like, that is what we're doing as survivors. You get better. You get better in your whole life. You get healthy. Imagine that. Body, mind, and spirit. Imagine that. Imagine being out of victim role, because the victim addicts are real problems out there, y'all. And then you get into survival mode, and then you get stuck in survival mode for however long you get stuck there. And then you transition into warriorship, which is where I'm at now. And then well, actually, I'm in the play zone. I'm in the like, let's have some fun time. And wow, let's clean up all that stuff. And wow, so just in your own life, think about it, where you can have more fun and be more fearless. Don't worry about the chaos in the world. I mean, we worry about it because how could you not? It's like you're bombarded with it. But take that and just take that fear, right? And just buzz it in your own life. Buzz it in your own life, ladies. I don't recommend that actually. Anywho, it's powerful to be like the bees. So be like the bees. Vibrate where you're at, and then let it expand. And listen, when you talk about this stuff and this heavy, heavy stuff, if you start opening the Pandora's box of the real pandemic, not the plandemic, you will discover some horrible, horrible things. So much so that it's depressing and it's overwhelming. And why not drive your car off the cliff or like go lay in traffic? I mean, it's like, how could you ever make a difference ever? Well, I'm saying you do make a difference simply by vibrating higher in your own life, just like the bees. And sometimes it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes like you're doing good things out in the world and you're going, and you get attacked by people you're trying to help. Well, I'll tell you why. You want to know why? Because when you present somebody with the answer of joy and happiness, like here it is, here's your answer right here. It's free. There it is. If somebody is addicted to the victim role, they will get mad at you and they will attack you. It's like, what? No, believe me, I know. And when you present them with, hey, you want some guaranteed pain and suffering? It's on a payment plan. You can have pain and suffering for like as long as you want. Sign up right here. It's $9.99 a night. $9.99 a night. Oh my God. People will be like, oh, I'll take, not all people, but people addicted to the victim role because they're addicted to the story, because their identity is connected to their story. I mean, it's just simple. And so that's what I am doing, is constantly removing all those obstacles. And it took me a long time. I stopped for 10 years doing this work. I had a baby. I got married. I live out in the country. I got a painting of a horse. What? I haven't made my bed. Shut. You're more important to me. There's a wig right there. Listen, we're having fun over here. We're having fun in the face of the fear. And I stopped going on the road for about 10 years because I put all my courses and stuff online so I could be like super present mom. And like she never left my side. And did that. It was awesome. I have an almost 10-year-old and freaking awesome. But it taught me a lot of how I was, I got depressed and upset about victim addicts. So that is honestly what I like let go of. Like people are you're at whatever stage you are in healing. But when you start to attack or judge people in the world, I offer you this. Ready? What I learned from Jesus, this whole other story, is get out of judgment and get into curiosity. So everywhere you're having like this, like, judgy face, switch that into curiosity, curious. Like, why did she kill that site? Or why? I'm curious. Well, you want to hear the whole story? You want to hear about human trafficking? And you want to hear about one of the heads of the human trafficking showing up in my house? You want to hear about that? Hell no, God. It's terrifying out there, y'all. It is. But so I'm here for the fun and funny, and we're going to clean up my YouTube. And I appreciate you and I love you. What's this? It's a private. It says press conference. Why is it private? Why is it not? I should just make every video available, right?
Angela is a filmmaker who created the award-winning documentary Searching for Angela Shelton.
I did.
Traveling across America, Angela met many other Angela Sheltons. Finding that a huge percent of them have been victims of sexual abuse or domestic violence. She's also the Safe Side Super Chick.
Safe Side Super Chick.
Safety video series, The Safe Side. Angela?
What national press? Look at this. This is fancy.
Thank you very much for coming today. I really appreciate it.
Aww.
While America sits shocked at the news that Congressman Foley abused his power and acted in a predatory manner towards the very pages he was supposed to protect, I know all too well that this type of behavior is common. Because I too was abused by someone I knew, someone I trusted, and someone who was extremely skilled in the art of manipulation. Most predators groom children they have a position of power and authority over. They gain their victims' trust, just as Congressman Foley did. They buy them gifts, they make them feel special, and they slowly break down their defenses. While America is shocked at this news, I really am not. The overwhelming majority of child sexual predators are people that we know. They're people that we like.
Cops.
They're people that we're friends with. They're people that look like the very people that would never rape a child. They are our fathers, our coaches, our family members, teachers, doctors, clergy, and yes, unfortunately, even our elected officials.
Yeah.
Most importantly, I came here today to tell everyone in this country that we must put protecting children at the forefront of our every effort as a nation.
This is it.
Today, I stand here as a survivor, and I demand that every member of Congress bring the commitment of fighting the war against people who prey upon our children back to their home districts and in each of their states. No state has a more pressing need for national leadership right now than in California. I live in California, I vote in California, and I'm very sorry to say that California is a very dangerous place to live if you are a child.
Fuck yeah.
There are over 106,000 registered sex offenders in California. 50,000 of them are under absolutely no supervision. 20,000 are flat out missing from the registry. Across this country, much like in Congressman Foley's Congress, our elected officials are saying one thing and doing another. Well, I'm here to say that the days of Mark Foley's Congress are over. We have had enough. We need to protect our children. And today we declare war. And we're going to fight it like a war, and we want Congress to fund it like a war. It's about damn time.
What?
Thank you so much.
Oh, I was still recording. Ha! You can just cut. I was adding in. She says declare war. Okay. So add this, no thumbnail, add it to my speaking. I made it. No, this is not for kids. Hey, let's go public. I mean, why is this not letting me go public? Schedule? No. What? Hello? Done? Okay, good. There we go. Weird. Now, if you want to, yeah. Okay, show more. What do I do? Angela Shelton. Epidemic. Save kids. Protect children. Can I even write that? Can I even write that on? I mean, you have to be careful about everything. About you're flagged because you said the name human trafficking. I can't even spell it. There we go. Okay. Congress? White House? I mean, perps? Oops, not pers. Perps. I could go all day long with that. Y'all help me. Hey, I just made that public. That's from 2007, I think. God, that kind of makes me puke a little bit. Anywho, well, oh no, what happened? Oh my God, I just made it public, so it put it at the top of my, girl, I don't know YouTube. I don't know how this works. We just declared war, I guess. Oops. Did that. Let me start my video again. Okay, let's pause. Oh, let me see here. I ran out of storage. This is my lesson in my life constantly is my storage. Oh, your storage is out. Oh, whoops, your freaking thing is full. Anywho, I guess maybe we can stop it today. On here, this is just okay, we're gonna look at my YouTube. Oh my God. Okay, these are the oldest ones. Look at this, Greer Weeks. He's awesome. This guy's awesome. This is speaking. Those are private. There's my documentary. That's available. You can do that. Oh gosh. Let's do one more. God, I love this woman. Hey girl, let's see what this is. Let's just see.
You can't tell just by looking at someone what they've been through, right? I mean, I myself have been molested. I was almost raped. And I believe that there are the people in here that really need to be here and need to hear these things.
You look pretty. I like that hoodie.
Wow. My father's a child molester.
Oh.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah,
It's awful that I stand up here and like I tell all these awful secrets about myself. But that's how you affect change. And the first thing is you have to tell your story. And you got to tell it over and over again. You got to buy a journal and write it down. Because the more you tell it and the more people you tell it to and the more you write it down, like write down the same story 15 times.
And
the more you write it down, the less power it has over you. It's really important to release it, to get it out of your body. Because this is what happens. You get an ulcer. My hair fell out my whole childhood. You have to go and sit in the corner and cry. You have to scream. You have to yell. It's really, really important. My therapist actually gave me this as a present because she's like, honey, you have some more work to do with the back. I'm like, what do you mean? I would suggest that you do this when you're home alone.
It's so true. Yeah. Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, it's dusty. No. I want to know if anybody would like to try the bat. There you go, my friend.
I love you.
Take my life away from me because it's mine. It's yours. I'm so grateful to what you've done.
I love you.
You have shown me something inside myself that I've been so afraid of. I'm so afraid to tell my story.
Tell it.
You're an angel. You really are. Okay,
So are you.
And I know I'm not alone when I say this. When I saw Angel's TV show, it was like I was looking at a part of me. I'm learning to love myself every day.
Oh, I love you so much.
And this is powerful, what Angela's doing.
Uh-huh.
We all talk about it. If we all share it.
I just want to give you a side note. She ended up coming to my wedding, and she ended up stopping all her whole entire work in her life and teaching dance. And she became a Nia dance instructor. I fucking love you.
Compassion for ourselves, I guess, and not be ashamed or embarrassed. We don't want to believe it because we want our dads or our moms or our stepdads or our uncle or whoever did it to love us.
Yeah. I love you.
Anyway, okay, I've told my story. I'm on a path. I'm on a journey. I don't know where I'm going. But
I know where you're going.
Okay. I have 6 part-time jobs, and I got out of all of them so I could be here.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And then she ended up going she ends up teaching dance. Oh God, I love you so much. Those stories are what just drive me. It ain't no Hollywood shit, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, gosh. Oh God, I love you so much. And so I could make this better. Let's see here. I could add it to it's on Angela's speaker. It's under favorites. It's under favorites because you are my favorites. Yes, I love you. Oh my God. Well, hey, let's go like this. Just add this link in here. Why not? And save. Now, is this gonna put this up at the top of my list now? Is that how it works, or it's just because I turned them? Where am I? Oh, I see. Is it so if there's a private one, if I make it public, it'll push it to the top. Okay, I see. I thought I made all of them. What's up here? What's private about this? Why are you private? I thought I made all of them public because I was like cleaning up my YouTube. Why are you private over here? Who said you can be private? Shall we watch it? Let's watch this one. My phone died. Not died, it ran out of space.
Hello, Bert. It's cold.
It's still cold. I like your hat, and I still have that coat.
I am on my way to Connecticut shortly, but I just wanted to answer this one email and share this one email with you. We just had a private women-only play shop in Asheville, North Carolina. It was great.
Fun.
And one of the attendees, fabulous, oh, I love you, Squish. She just emailed me, and she's like, I know you get a million of these. And first, I want to really thank you for this weekend. It was amazing and life-changing for me. It showed me a lot about myself and why things are the way they are in my life. Like I said, when we were playing blank, we're not going to tell you what we were playing. We were playing a little game. You asked me what he did to me, and I said he raped me. That was the first time I ever used those words out loud in front of anyone.
Interesting.
I've never been able to bring myself to even say it to my counselor. That was good for me. Well, yeah.
Hey, listen, don't lie to your therapist or your lawyer or your accountant. Okay? Tell them all. Tell those three, your therapist, your lawyer, and your accountant. Tell them everything.
And you're right, there's a lot of rage in me. And then we went on to talk about how to work and
Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, girl. Hey, I was just cleaning up my YouTube and like doing a bunch of videos for survivors, and look, your freaking face comes up.
Here I am.
What you doing, girl?
Oh my god. Yeah. I've been in a big shitstorm. A massive, huge fucking shitstorm.
Hey, you know what? There's a reason that you're calling me right now and that I answered. So let's finish listening to this video. Maybe you're supposed to hear something, right?
remove that and heal yourself, because it's up to you. We all have to do it ourselves. And just, I'm so proud of you. I'm not going to tell anybody who you are. I just want to tell you, I love you, Squish. I'm so proud of you. This is so exciting. And then she goes on to say how she had moved back around her family because that's what they wanted her to do, and she felt obligated, blah blah blah, like so many of us. I hear that so much. And so she moved back with them. So now she goes on to tell me that she's actually going to move. She's decided she's going to move away and get her own place and be out on her own and really address this. Exciting. Because I'm telling you, now is the time. Chop chop, chop chop. We have not got much time, seriously. It's either you stay and wallow in the rot and you secretly do this stuff. I see you. I know who you are. Or you're doing this, blah, blah, blah. Or me, I was smoking a ton of cigarettes, sneaking them. I mean, I'll tell you, I ain't got nothing to hide. I was sneaking cigarettes, which is my way of suppressing emotion. And that's what I was doing, suppressing emotion. And we all have our ways. We're very clever. We're very clever with how we abuse ourselves. Very clever. And you, my dear, couldn't even say what happened to you, but I won't even go into all the different ways you're abusing yourself that you and I know. And I'm answering this on here because so many of you are going through it, including myself. And I'm telling you, now's the time to get super better. Seriously. I was looking for another S, but super better. Seriously. Sensational. Because there's no longer this time to sit around and wallow and wait. Otherwise, you're going to wallow and wait in it forever and rot and fester and die, just like your crazy family members. Oh my God, she said crazy family members. Yeah, everybody's crazy. We'll talk about crazy later because I'd like to talk about DID. Yeah. It's a very real thing, unlike PAS.
PAS.
ID is real, PAS is bull, la 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 la. Have a fashionabulous day. And for you who have asked me about support groups, I know of a few and I will share links to them, but I have to run and I'll be back. Okay, bye.
And I love you. Oh my God. Okay, edit video. Ready? I'm going to make it public. And you called me right here. I'm actually literally just cleaning up all my I'm cleaning up all my shit, honey. Listen. No, this is not for kids. Oh my God. But it is. It's not for kids and it is for kids. One more. And then just save. It'll go to the top of my YouTube. So I'm cleaning up my YouTube.
Okay. So you got your Instagram back, you got your TikTok back.
No, I did not get my TikTok back. No.
Okay, well, maybe we should do a TikTok live, but do it on my account.
I can't go live until I have 1,000 followers again.
Hi, Angela Shelton here.
Angela Shelton here, going live. Here's my YouTube.
You can do it on mine.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's so funny. You did call me while I'm actually like recording this like reaction video because it's my homework with my kid. That's my weekly thing. I have to do a weekly reaction video. She's like, "Mommy, you have to clean up your YouTube channel."
Okay.
And so I was doing, and so.
So, are you in a space to hear my shit show?
Would you like me to stop recording?
No, fucking record it.
All right. How do so perfect. How do I record my phone? I'm like, oh look who calls me out of nowhere. I mean, look what happens.
I'm sorry I've been gone for such a long time.
I am a filmmaker.
Oh, shit. Listen, everybody is gone for a long time. You have to like unplug and go deal with this shit. You have to. I get it. I ain't judging. I dropped a pole on my foot and like I couldn't even do the stage performance. I was like in a freaking thing, and then I got hit with all my old stuff. I had my account hacked, and there's perpetrators everywhere, and they want us to stop and be quiet, and it's these things.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I'm in the middle of a big, big, shit hot explosive story right now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay.
Which is great. You know when you find out that you're the main character in your own fucking movie and it's your turn to step up and do the whistleblowing?
Yes, I do.
That's me right now. Yeah. And then everyone goes quiet. The journalists go quiet, podcasters go quiet, everyone that you think would be really interested in featuring this, they all disappear. They go quiet, they run away. What the fuck is that? And then you're sitting there feeling really frustrated and defeated, and then, it's like, fuck it, I'll just say it on my own social media. I don't, can't trust anyone anyway, so I may as well just say my
Listen, of all the times I have been on the road for over 20 years, I'm looking back from my old stuff that I posted my first thing in 2006 on YouTube. And I've had my share of press. I've been on the shows and all this stuff. I'm telling you right now, one time, I was quoted correctly and the story was true. Once.
Right.
And it was a journalist in Rochester, New York, and this lady at this local newspaper. And I actually sent her a present. I sent her like a really nice pin. And I was like, girl, that was the only time that the story was correct and all the quotes were correct.
So how do you how do you break your silencing program? Because I am now caught in between like these two different identities that I have. Talk about that's me. On the one hand, it's like, no, I'm going to be a whistleblower. I'm going to speak out. I'm going to say exactly what I got to say. Doesn't matter if they come after me. Doesn't matter if they suicide me. I'm not suicidal. I'm just going to say it because I have to say it. And then the other part of me is the child going,
no, yeah.
No, don't say it. They're going to come after you. They're going to kill you. They'll kill your kids. They're listening in. It's only a matter of time before they're going to come get you. Don't say it. And then, oh, it's not really real anyway. You kind of made it up. What the fuck is that?
Right. To get you to not do it. You know what? Enough people are speaking out about it that, I mean,
but not this piece that I've got. This is big shit, man. I can't even believe this is even happening to me right now, to be honest.
Damn.
So, let me give you a quick overview. The Mormon Church.
You say no more. Done. Scene. There's the book. I know all about it. Oh, God. Okay, go on. The Mormon Church, okay.
Mormon Church Legal Counsel for Europe North, so the big cheese, has contacted me and would like to have a meeting with me anytime, any place, anywhere. But I'm not allowed to bring a lawyer. I'm allowed to bring somebody from Church Family Services. I don't know what they want to, I don't know what they were going to say in this meeting. But the reason that they got in contact with me was because I started to tell my story to a podcast, and they sent my information directly to the church lawyer. And
girl, you said something important.
I said something important, and then they came straight to me, basically saying, "Oh, we can't find your father's records. They've gone missing, or we've looked everywhere. We can't find them." And they were adamant that they couldn't, until I sent a message to my old stake president, who, so this is like all back in like August, right? So I've been communicating with the church legal team since August, and my stake president, and then he referred me straight to the legal team as well. And then guess what? My stake president was called as a fucking apostle on December the 8th.
Was a what?
My stake president. He's been called as an apostle. So the church is a pyramid, right? You've got the top guy at the top who's called the president.
And they're all in their weirdo underwear?
And they're all in their funny magic underwear doing their weird handshakes. We need to do a podcast where we sit there and like...
In our underwear, yeah!
In the magic underwear.
I got a hold of a Mormon. I know all about it. I deflowered one of them Mormons. It was really fun.
Hey, I need to order some magical garments. Maybe they will protect me from them.
Go on.
Did you know that you have to wear your bra on the outside of the garments? Because the garments have to be next to the skin. So you can't have your bra on and then your nice little kind of white shift with your funny markings.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. It really does.
And I actually did that for years.
I'm so sorry. Hey, listen, we're not making fun of y'all Mormons. Listen, they can all play instruments and they're very nice.
Yeah, they got the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. They're pretty good.
For the most part. Okay, so your dude went high in the pyramid, and then what?
So my dude went to the top 15. Now, he's the first British convert to be in the top 15.
He converted?
Yeah, he converted. And yeah, so he's now in the top 15. He's only 62, so he's very, very young.
Listen, pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
That was a fart. Pick another number.
That helps me.
Yeah.
Pick another number.
Yeah.
3.
There you go. That's how I feel about all that.
Oh, that's a musical one.
You're welcome. Okay. Just to
keep
keep the funny. There's your fart in the face of all that fucking fear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, basically, I got a lot of dirt on this guy who's just been called as an apostle on the 8th of December. And they know it, and I know it, and they're now inviting me in for a meeting.
To kill you?
Probably to give me some hush money and get me to sign an NDA.
But you can't bring anybody, but you better be wearing your underwear. And then we're going to inject you with some weird stuff.
And we're going to start with a prayer. I was thinking that when they start with a prayer, I might just do some kind of mantra as they're saying their prayer. Shall I do that? If they're going to do their prayer, I'm going to do my prayer at the same time.
Mine would be, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. Anyway, go on. So you're scared shitless.
To meet them, I'm not agreeing at the moment because I want to get legal representation, which you think, somebody would want to represent me, but no. Can I find a lawyer in the UK to touch this? No. Why not? Because they got the legal system all infiltrated at top level. There hasn't been a case brought against them since 2017. And even then, there's only been 9 cases since 1957. They've totally got it all, infiltrated here.
This is
police, social services, the legal system. Yeah.
It's a good symbol right here. You know when you got this and it ain't even plugged in? This is kind of like where you're at. You're in a pickle.
That means we didn't record it. We're not recording.
Oh, no, it's recording on my computer. It's just I didn't plug this in because I had the other thing plugged in. And you know what? You got to make work. You got to just make it work. The point is, you're in a pickle.
The point is, I'm really pissed off. I've been sitting on this story for a good few months now. And I am getting so exhausted just holding it that I am now fucking angry, and I just don't care what I say and to whom I'm saying it. I'm just saying it.
How about you watch the South Park episode that explains Mormonism and then go in? Have you seen that? It's the best.
No, I haven't, but
dumb.
5 years in the Mormon church, I don't think there's anything that South Park can teach me that
Oh God, the South Park episode of explaining Mormonism is so funny. Dumb. Smart. It's one of those things that once you see it, you're like, it's gonna become like a thing. Dumb. We should just.
I still need to go and see the Book of Mormon musical. I can't believe I've lived in London for 5 years and I still haven't gone to see it on the West End.
Okay, hey, listen. You know me, I'm all about the play. Can we go together in weirdo underwear to see that?
Oh, let's go in underwear.
Can we do that?
With our bras.
With our bras on the outside?
Like we have to.
Oh my God.
And we'll do the funny, I'll teach you the handshakes and we'll just keep handshaking everyone.
I was in a golf tournament, my very first golf tournament, where it was like you dressed up with your partner, and I went as the Mormon show. I went as little Mormon.
Oh, did you?
And I won the best of the worst.
Sister Shelton.
Hey, I ain't making fun of y'all. I mean, love you with all your religions out there. I ain't making fun of y'all. Just stop torturing kids. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
So,
back yourself.
so that was all happening all through the summer. All of these kind of communications backwards and forwards. They finally did find my father's records. Surprise, surprise. After Patrick Kieran got involved, and they disclosed the date of my dad's excommunication when they kicked him out. So I've got the date. And then last week, I got the social services file. There is a file on my family, 5 years worth of social services reports about my father.
Oh my.
How they had 16-year-old babysitters living in our house looking after 4 kids under the age of 5 while my parents went out to work. And how my mum went to the police, she went to the GP, she went to a psychiatrist, she went to the social workers to try to get help, and every time they failed her, every time, no further action. They just closed it down. It even says here that my father admitted to assaulting my mother. Nothing was done. In the end, my mum left home, and the last thing is, she's left home, and the kids are now being looked after by the father who's given up work to look after them. No further action.
And then wait, whoa. And then the mom left, and then your dad was like sexually abusing you?
And then he was abusing me and my sister for the next 5 years. Yeah. So there's a story that my dad tells, and I got it on recording last week because my sister called him, did a Zoom call with him. This is my sister that got adopted out of the family. So he doesn't know what she knows, and she pretended that she didn't know anything to get him to talk. So I've got it on recording. He's basically admitting to raping the babysitter. He says he doesn't use the word rape. He says, I walked the babysitter home. I walked her down a disused railway line that was all covered with trees, and one thing led to another, he said. And it says in here that she was 16, and then there was a rumor, a family story, that she got pregnant. And, and that's why he was kicked out of the church. Because there was an allegation of rape.
Wow. Well, welcome to all of them.
In this family, they left me with him, and because of that, I got abused because the church failed to report it. They covered it up. They just excommunicated him. The social services failed to safeguard. I mean, I've got it here. I've got all of the evidence right here.
Wow. Wow.
So all of that, and this is the kicker, Angela. This is what I'm really struggling with. On Christmas Eve, my daughter came back from visiting her in-laws. She hasn't seen the Norman Lewis family for about 3 years because they're toxic, and she's just kept out of the way. Anyway, she goes back there for a visit, and the 11-year-old daughter discloses to her that there's abuse in the family. Between the cousins, inappropriate touching, and it was filmed, and the police were called. So this was Christmas Eve. So since then, I've been trying to get information about what was done. Was it reported to social services? Are the kids in therapy? Did they interview the families? Did they interview everyone involved? Where's this kid learning this behavior from?
Right.
Sexual. So this is a 13-year-old being sexual with a 9-year-old and filming it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That means that 13-year-old is being abused.
Yeah, and the father, all of the family don't like him. We've all got a problem with him. We all think he's creepy as fuck, but he's had really high positions in the church.
No.
And I did yeah, of course. And then I did a little bit, and in the same location where my father abused me 50 years ago, same place. And when I looked at the current church leadership in the area, they've only just happened to got a detective constable in a high position of leadership in that area in the church.
See, I mean, I assume it's similar in the systems, like the system here in the States. The family court system is a cesspool of total hell. I would stay out of the system as far as if any way, shape, or form you could. I wouldn't go nowhere near the system. I would actually, me personally, in a situation, I would handle it outside of the system. Because you're when you go into the system has already been infiltrated by the perps. So they're guardian ad litems, they're freaking social workers. It's all. I don't trust anybody.
Me neither, but I have a civil duty to report it officially, right?
Yeah.
When I tried to find out information from the mother of the victim, and I sent her an email. It was a really nice email. And it's like, hey, I know we haven't spoken for a while, and I'm the ex, wife of your brother, but there's a safeguarding risk here, and I just want to check in and talk to me, and how can I help and support.
Did she get back to you?
And she rang around the family. She rang my daughter and got my daughter to tell me to back off, stay away, shut up.
Oh, so she's a victim addict?
They don't want me bringing it up. They're all trying to heal. It was a year ago. My own daughter, she set my own daughter against me. I've literally had to spend the last week getting my daughters together going, hey, this is not what we do. When there is a safeguarding risk here, we do not hide it under the rug, stop talking about it, and argue amongst each other. We take action to protect the children.
Hello.
So I don't care what you're all doing. I am calling social services. I'm logging it. I'm recording my conversation with social services. I'm telling them about the Mormon Church and about how it's infiltrated and how they infiltrate social services, and to be aware of that when they do their investigations. So I had to do all of that. And then the icing on the cake, well, not really the icing, I mean, I've got so much information, but one of the weirdest coincidences is Patrick Kieran, this new apostle that they've called to the top 15 of the whole church worldwide, was born in the same town as my father.
Are they friends?
In a tiny little town, Carlisle, Cumbria. Isn't that weird that they're born in the same place?
Yo, the whole Excel spreadsheet of perps is weird.
It's all linked, isn't it?
It's all simple too. Like it's like, and the thing is like, I know that you are have your own story of like post-traumatic stress disorder, and there are more of us than there are of them. So if that like can give you some solace, like just think of your perp. He had many victims, right? So there's more of us than there are of them. The problem is the victims can become victim addicts, like this lady, that they're more focused on saving face than they are of changing things. So they're addicted to the story. It's really unfortunate, but then there's the survivors who are stuck in survival mode, and then there's the warriors.
Well, I feel like I'm on the cusp of, sometimes I'm dropping back down into survivorship, and then
survival mode, yeah.
And then I'm stepping into, and I can feel myself oscillating between the two, and I can't stay in warriorship long enough to actually do the fucking work that I've got to do, which is.
Well, then you will love what I have for you. It's coming out February 8th, Missy. I have really created a calendar, like a day planner of like what you do in your actual day, a 24-hour calendar, instead of these things like I have, like it's 8 to 5. I'm like, I don't live an 8 to 5 life. I live 24 hours. So I created a 24-hour warrior calendar to keep you focused on what you're actually doing, what your action steps are. So that's what I'm releasing on February 8th, because who have been in survival mode, shifting into warrior mode, you got to do what the warriors are doing, like literally daily. Daily, they're honestly, I've been watching them and taking notes, and that's what my next book is about, and this calendar. And I've been watching like the guys who are doing it, body, mind, spirit, like they got it all on fire, and they're doing great things in the world. What are they actually doing? And they're spending 3 hours minimum, 3 hours minimum on their body, mind, spirit maintenance. Try to find 3 hours in your day. Good luck.
Well, I've got all of the hours in my day because I quit work. I can't work at the moment. I just can't do it. I literally cannot do client work right now.
I understand. Well, so this is a matter of like really honing in on what your body, mind, and spirit maintenance is, what that means to you, and actually putting it on your calendar. So I created a double-sided, so there's one side is like your body, mind, and spirit work, and then there's your appointments and and then so you can layer up. Like, so if you have to do this nightmare, then are you also little things like, are you also wearing your yoga straps that keep your posture up? Are you doing your breath work? Are you doing your red light therapy? Like, is your body getting healthier? That's why I'm like, I love this regenerate stuff. It really does work. So it's like, okay, body healthy, mind healthy, and then your warriorship. So that, because like at the end of the day, when you get hit with all this stuff, then you can go get in a panic attack. You can go, like fill the void. So it's when you actually put it on your calendar and you write down what you're actually doing in the day, that's where you're getting into straight up warrior path. So you know me, I'm always going to look for what the actual action item is. Like, what can we actually do? So that's what I've been working on. So, and it's so perfect that you're calling me right now. I love that. And I'm recording too. It's awesome. I love you.
So I recognize that what I do is, like, when there's a crisis and there's something, I'm really good at taking action. I can do that, but then when I don't get the response back that I want, and if I feel like they're ignoring me, or they're not, I'm sitting around waiting for the fucking Associated Press to set up an interview with me, and I get really demoralized when I get lots of knockbacks or no's, or lots of people ignoring me. It's a massive trigger, and I get defeated and depressed. But then it switches, and I get angry. And then when I get angry, I'm just like, I've literally just had a massive fight with Andrew last night. Bless him. He just got the brunt of it all.
Okay, listen. What the warriors are doing is taking the anger. That's nice that you're angry and all, but get into your parasympathetic nervous system and then be angry instead of your sympathetic nervous system, where most of us live. Because I don't know about you, I didn't even know about the parasympathetic nervous system. I've been in fight or flight PTSD since I was born.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I came out that way. I came out like 50% chance of living. She might not live through the night. She weighs 4 pounds. So it's like, did you know that? I was 4 pounds.
No.
I had 50% chance of living. Look at me now.
Wow.
And so that's getting into your parasympathetic nervous system, where you're calm and clear, and then you make your angry move. Because when you make your angry move in your sympathetic nervous system, you're just a spinning ball of panic.
I do notice that when I'm angry and I send my emails off, I get responses though. I do.
I feel you.
I'm like, I've been waiting a week for you to get back to me. This is not good for my anxiety, and it's demoralizing.
I love you.
Like, do you want my story or not? Because if you don't want it, I'll take it somewhere else. And then they get back to me straight away. It's literally like I have to be the mummy and tell them off, because it's all men, that I've been reaching out to, and I'm sick of that as well. I'm like, you know what? I think I just want to work with the women that are pushing the safeguarding agenda, because, like,
that's so funny. I feel the exact opposite.
Really?
Yeah. So because I've dealt with the women who are in panic, and then the men who are more like focused on their parasympathetic, not the perps, the actual like warrior men that I've been watching and taking notes. I've been watching them like I've been watching, like, animals in the wild. I'm like, what are y'all doing? And it's getting into your parasympathetic nervous system, and still being mean, still sending the email, but it doesn't affect you in your body, mind, spirit. Like, you do that work, and then you come out like, then you're like, you got both swords out. You're like, whoa. So God, I commend you.
I'm kind of getting hooked up on what's the right step to take next. Am I supposed to get a lawyer? Am I supposed to go to the papers? Am I supposed to speak to this podcaster? I don't know what is the next action. And so I kind of throw it all out there and see what sticks. And then nothing sticks. And then I'm like, I've wasted a whole week of reaching out to people, and nothing's happening. And I'm holding this story, and I want to share it, and no one's coming back to me.
Okay, first of all, stop saying that. Hey, first of all, stop saying that out loud, because then you're just putting that out in the world.
Right, so what shall I say instead?
The hack comes from the one command book. I don't know how, blank. I only know that, blank, and I am completely fulfilled. I don't know how I got this story out into the press, to the world. I only know that it happened and I'm completely fulfilled. You're trick when you say I don't know how, you're tricking your brain that will tell you, no, you're like, I'm gonna get this press story in the world. And then your little brain, your little kid brain, no, you can't, because it's all a perpetrator network. No, you can't. So you trick your brain.
I'm trying to control everything, aren't I?
Well, also you don't know, because when you start saying like I don't know and you just put it out in the universe, you might have. I mean, you called me right when I'm making this video. What are the chances? So I don't know how I'm gonna clean up my YouTube and make it like so we can find more survivors and turn survivors into warriors. I don't know how. I only know that it's happening, and I'm completely fulfilled. And you know what? I know that it's gonna be fucking fun.
I don't chase, I attract.
Yeah, that it's a trick. Like I don't know how you're gonna do it, because
I don't know how.
I don't know how. There are more of us than there are of them. That is the truth. That's what should give you, because the worst of these humans, and that's women too. It's not just men. They're horrible and they're part of the worst things ever. But there are more of us than there are of them. We just have to get healthy.
So Patrick Kieran's got a Wikipedia page now because he's an important person. And they say about his father worked for Saudi Arabian defense. And so I did a bit of research about Patrick Kieran's father. He was only the resident director of the Saudi Arabian Air Defense Consortium. And he was knighted 3 times by the Queen during his lifetime for his services of selling weapons to Saudi Arabia. And it's all online, all in the archives. You can see all of the telegrams backwards and forwards from Norman Walter Kieran back to the UK, saying, "Oh, Saudi Arabia pulling out the arms deal. Oh, we're going to take them out and try and get them back on board." All that shit, it's all there.
And then you probably see who his friends are, and then you like get, ugh.
I really think Patrick Kieran wants everyone to know that his father sold weapons to the Saudis, because it's topical right now. I mean, we're still doing it now with the war in Israel.
Everything is total bullshit. That's the thing. What you see on the show, and all these people that are protesting, they don't even know what the fuck they're protesting for. Honestly, because you don't know the actual truth. Because you're fed, or we as a society are fed, a total BS lie of propaganda brainwashing to get you all in your panic and chaos, so that they can continue being perps. Why is she speaking the truth? How come?
And then I woke up this morning and I said, you know what? None of this is really important, because there's going to be a massive cyber attack soon, or there's going to be a mass extinction, climate catastrophe, and we're going to be fucking dead anyway. So don't worry about it. Just go and have some.
Well, they have intentionally killed us. There's that. Oops, can't say that on YouTube. You'll get demonetized. Yeah, so yes. So number one, get centered in your own body, mind, spirit, my friend. This is why I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this whole warrior work. I start on February 8th because I'll have my book done and my calendar ready then. And then I was like, how can I be more fun and more funny in the face of even more fear?
Right.
And
fun
I was
in the face of fear. I love that.
No, it is the bees. Okay, listen, the bees in the hive, right? Not every bee, we're special bees. When the killer wasp comes into the hive to see where the hive is, it's going to like collect information and then go back and tell its buddies, and then the whole group of wasps are going to come take over the hive and kill all those bees. That killer wasp comes into the hive. What y'all doing? I'm a perpetrator. All those bees do is they're just doing their thing. They're doing their little bee thing. They're making their honey, or they're cleaning up here, or whatever. They are right where they are. They just start vibrating higher, and their vibration collectively meshes with each other, and the energy from their vibration cooks the wasp to death.
Is it?
And
I
that
love that.
and that is what we need to do. Like, just vibrate in your own world, get your own shit together, do your own body, mind, and spirit. Don't worry about everybody else. Just focus on your own vibration. And as we all do that, then we will, we will drown them in vibration of God.
You know, what is it called? You know, it's like the scale of emotions vibrationally. You know, and fear is quite low down on that vibration scale, isn't it?
And fun.
It's really high.
You can feel it in your body. You can like, just if we start talking about super scary perp groups, it feels heavy. I feel like scared. That scares me. I've had one of them show up at my house. It's scary. But when you feel like, fuck it, we're gonna have some fun, it actually, it kind of feels tingly, kind of like the same as if like you pretend that you're in love. Like, let's just pretend I'm in love. Like that raises your vibration.
So what's a quick hack then to move out of fear into the next level? Because you've got to go through the levels. You don't just jump from fear straight to joy and love and then enlightenment.
You need to get in your parasympathetic nervous system instead of your sympathetic.
What's a hack to do that?
You shake just like the gazelles. So like, get on that Mormon underwear and just shake it out. That's what we should be doing. Just around. Seriously. Okay, so the gazelle, right, is running in the Masai Mara in Kenya. The lion comes out, gets the gazelle. The gazelle's laying on the ground, presumably dead because you just had a lion attack you. The lion has to fart, or it gets distracted or something, and like looks up and then walks, and the gazelle is able to get away. The gazelle does not go to the tree and stay in therapy for the next 25 years.
No, it doesn't.
The gazelle goes like this. and then
when dogs do that, when dogs shake themselves, they're shaking off stress.
Yeah.
A stressful situation.
So then you go and join the herd again, or the whatever the fuck you're. Yeah. So shake it off, get in your parasympathetic nervous system. I'm gonna send you a bottle of this Regenerate, girl.
I need it.
You do need it. It's no joke. That is GABA, getting GABA to your brain.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So
I do.
that's a whole other
But
thing.
I have to apologize to Andrew for kicking the cat because he really got kicked last night. Bless him. Not actually physically. I didn't physically.
You didn't actually kick a cat. You mean like, yeah. Oh God, God bless any partner of a survivor. I mean, you need like a plaque. Those people need like a little plaque, like, I survived my survivor.
I was such a victim last night. I was saying to him, look, here's the report. Read it. I don't understand why it was so fucked up. And I made him read it.
I mean,
it was dark and he couldn't see, and he was like this with his glasses in the light. And I was sitting there like waiting for him to read all 19 pages of really bad handwriting.
I love it.
And then I just looked at him with this like proper traumatized look going, do you understand me now? Do you understand why I'm so fucked up?
And I'm like, you know what? You just made me think. I've had so many friends that I've known over the years have this one request that I've just never done because I don't know how to do it. I got to do some research to make me a bobblehead.
A bobblehead?
Bobblehead. So like it's like, so it'll remind you to like yeah, just like get it out of your body. So
you know what I noticed last night was this is the first time I've read this. This came in 2-3 days ago, and and a lot of it's shocking, and I need to process it as an adult, but also the child. I didn't know my mum didn't have any feelings for me. She wanted to have me adopted. I didn't know she hit me. I didn't know all of this. So this is really hard for me to read. And I wanted Andrew to be like, oh my darling, you poor wee thing, and me up and look after me, you know. I literally had to put it in front of him and say, read this.
Okay, here's my coaching.
Anyway.
You ready? Here's my free coaching for you and the Andrew. Did you tell him that?
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay, good. I need you to hold me in your lap and hold me, and I need to be a little girl. I mean, just say that. I know that it's scary to say stuff like that, because what if they say no? But it's like, and then you kill them. Just kidding.
So here's the blocker for me. I identified that that's what I needed, but then I actually physically couldn't allow myself to be touched, or go to him, or allow him to touch me. And he stayed last night, and he went to bed, and I just crashed out on the sofa where I had my meltdown. And he came in the morning, and he was looking at me, checking to see whether it was safe to kind of hug me. And I didn't want him to, and I let him. I just couldn't cross that physical barrier. And I know that comes from me being really tiny when I cried and no one came and no one held me and hugged me. And I developed my own coping mechanism of how to survive it.
Well, you as the warrior goddess need to save your own kid.
I know.
Have you done that meditation? That's a really good one. So put your little girl in the house, right? And wherever she was, like whatever memories you have, and then do a meditation where you are yourself, like your warrior self, and you go get it. Go get your kid. Like on your back, escape the castle kind of thing. Like just see every step of going to get the kid, get them out of there. And then once you have them, I love you, I'm here for you, I'm never going to leave you. Do that in meditation so that you have just saved your own inner child. All the stuff I've learned from over the years are all funny and fun and simple things you can do that's free. You don't have to pay anybody to do that. So like you just do that meditation and visualization. It really does help.
But you know what? I feel like I've done lots of those things many, many times over the years as each new trauma has kind of revealed itself to me or has been triggered by some event, right? And it's relentless. It doesn't stop. And I think I'm freaked out because I haven't had a trigger for such a long time. I haven't felt like this.
And this one did it.
For such a long time. And I guess I kind of forgot. And I kind of thought that I was immune now.
You're done?
I'm healed. It's never going to happen.
And you're like,
I got my girl. I got my little one. I'm looking after her. But man, this was another level. And then listening to my father talk for 2 hours, telling a whole bunch of lies and hearing his voice. That was...
Girl, you know how I know.
Intense.
You know I know that. Try editing it. Try having it on film, the lies, and then editing it.
Right. Right. I don't know where you get your whatever it is that drives you, keeps you fun and...
Honestly, I can tell you. I'll tell you right now. What does it for you, Angela? God, my connection to spirit, 5,000%. And I've never really come.
God is in man sitting up there in heaven on the cloud.
God. No. More higher consciousness, the one consciousness, the one connection to source energy. That is, and I've had those experiences my whole life. I've never really told that side of the story, which I'm doing now slowly in my new books, but it's my spiritual drive, really. It's my spiritual life.
Does God tell you to do stuff, to take actions, to do things? Do you feel guided, prompted?
I feel
downloads?
Very much so, yeah. And I would not say it's God. It's I have people over there. I have guides, I have angels, I have my family, I have like certain people. I'll feel them throughout excuse me, I'll feel them at different parts of my body. Like I'll feel like a tingly down the left side of my body, and it'll be certain somebody, and I'll feel the top of my head. So that, honestly, I mean, that's the truth right there. And it's like, talk about, you said what now? You said what now? Like, so like out of body experiences, Kundalini awakenings, spiritual experiences. Yeah, my whole life. That is 5,000%. And it's not a dogma sit in prayer in a church. It's more like take the essence of church, take Jesus consciousness for me, and it's next level. It's like there's we're all made of the same stuff. That's why mindset works so well, like shifting your mindset. Because like you can change your whole life. We're all the same stuff. So you can just link into that, like the one consciousness, like basically like coming apart. You know, you're not. This is just a meat vehicle. This is a friend of mine said called it a meat car the other day. How's your meat car? And you know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So that is definitely where my drive is. And I understand so many people who've been tortured in the church. When you hear God, when you hear Jesus, when you hear prayer, meditation, it can be like, ugh.
Yeah, it's really,
So that can be triggering, but
very off-putting for me, that kind of language. I have to reframe it, and I use the word universe or source or Gaia or, consciousness. Yeah. I can't use religious terminology because it's too triggering.
I feel you. And I mean, I'm not even Catholic, but I have the tattoo of Angel Michael symbol on my arm.
That new one?
Yeah.
That new tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got this for my birthday because through my own spiritual experience, I need to purge. Through my own spiritual experiences and my own facing the super fears, like what you're talking about, the organized perps, it is so scary and so daunting, and
Thank you for
it's
acknowledging
so
that.
scary. And I feel in many ways that I died already. Like I've already, because I lost everything. I've been conned, canceled, robbed, hacked, left for dead. You know, we've already been through everything. You've already lost everything. You're already on the battlefield. You were born that way.
Yeah, I know.
And so for me, it's it's the sword work. Go ahead. What?
When I spoke to John DeLynn, who has the Mormon Stories podcast, and he's been doing this for 23 years, like outing the Mormon Church in various different themes, not just sexual abuse. And he lives 20 minutes from church headquarters in Idaho, and he says that he regularly gets all manner of crazies in his inbox, and that he has to have social security, social media security. He needs that because he's such a whistleblower and a voice in that space that he isn't safe, and he's had to surround himself with people that he trusts that will help protect him. And I'm like, man, dude, that's scary shit. Like,
it's very really scary. Yeah, it is scary. And so when I've done my
you don't have that. You just go out there. You just put it out there. And you
hold on. I go out there with my sword.
Okay, so tell me what's your sword?
So, well, hold on. I got a plastic one right over here somewhere. So
is it like a spiritual thing where if you are in complete non-fear, they cannot touch you?
Yes.
Because your vibration is high.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one in particular time, I'll tell you, I was in the elevator with one of these heads of actually connected to Warren Jeffs.
Okay.
So I was in the elevator with that dude that's like right underneath Warren Jeffs or something at one of these big conferences. You know that he's at that hotel to kids, right? And here I am in the elevator with this guy, and I there's that, like, it happens so fast, you're terrified. You're like, oh my God, what the fuck? So I did all of my own spiritual work that I've learned, and also this is why I have this tattoo. I just took a deep breath of just like, get completely centered, know that I am completely protected, and throughout my whole body, I like vibrating like the bees, like I'm like vibrating higher. And I just pictured that from the top of my head all the way to my tailbone, that I went pop, 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 like my whole back just like opens. And then as I breathe, and I just pictured these like wings come out. This is a visual. This is all the shit you could do with your head. We beat ourselves up enough in our head. Why not think of other crazy things? So
Right,
I
yeah.
so I literally just stood there and I took a deep breath and I just felt like wings pop out of my back, powerful, and I just called upon Angel Michael. I'm not even Catholic, and I just went like it was. I just felt that. I was just every time I breathed, I was just went, and that guy got off the elevator before his it was one of those big like long elevators one of those big hotels, and he got off before he had put before the number he'd pushed.
So he didn't get to where
He like wanted to get away from it. I physically saw him get really uncomfortable and like almost like,
he wanted to get away.
and he wanted to get away, and I was like, wow, that right there is just it's energy. It's energy, and it's like, and and it can sound crazy, but you know what? We sound crazy for beating ourselves up.
I know, yeah, I know that feeling. I've used that before in other circumstances. When I was subpoenaed for a court trial, I was dancing in the hallway by the toilet around the corner, and one of on the other side, they saw me and they reported to the judge that I wasn't a reliable witness because I was crazy because I was dancing.
Oh my God! See,
I was moving my body, I was moving the fear and the anxiety, and I was just dancing my own fear,
yes,
right?
yes,
and
yes,
he
yes.
reported me because I was a crazy woman because I was dancing outside a courtroom. So I do remember that. I do know that. I do know that. I think I just have forgotten.
We forget because
it's all encompassing. It's really quite hard to remember.
Yeah.
To recognize that you're in fear.
Yes.
And to remember how to get out of it.
Yes, yes, yes. And we are bombarded by fear. Our world is controlled by organized perpetrators who torture kids. The end.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go a system analysis, when you find Hollywood, family court system, the church, when you go all the way up, you're going to run into the guys that know each other.
Yeah.
From horrible things.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
And there's more of us than there's not really. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, but there's more of us than there are of them.
So then here's the thing then. So then I want to bring more humor and fun in when I tell this story, and whether I tell it. Well, Andrew says, don't tell your own story. Keep control of your own story and tell it yourself in your own way on your own channel. Don't go to another channel. Don't go to a podcast. Don't go to the paper. You tell your story on your channel, your way, with your voice, your authenticity. Not edited, just do it.
Yeah.
Just press record and start speaking.
Yes.
So that's what I did. I did that yesterday and posted something on my TikTok, and I did it again today. And I think it's boring. I don't think anyone will really watch it because it's just me sitting there rambling. But it's my truth and it's honest. And I trust that the people that want to hear it will hear it, right? And everyone else just scrolling by, and that's fine. And it's not really to get followers. It's just so that I can put it somewhere.
Good.
But I want to have more fun, and I want to get some comments. I want to get magic underwear and take the piss. I do. I want to take. Am I allowed to take the piss out of the Mormons?
Yes. Oh my God! It's so funny that I literally just had an email with the product manager because I've been told by my friends who know more than me. They're like, you need your products, girl. What is it? Like, do your survival kit already. Like, fine, it's enough already. And I was like, I've always wanted to do this, this, and this, but I haven't done it because I've been in my own panic, stress, anxiety. I've had to deal with the Hollywood bullshit. Oh my God, 8 years later, it took me 8 years with paperwork with Screen Actors Guild. It finally released.
You got your money?
No, it started the trickle. So I got $301.
You got what?
$301.
Oh, gee whiz.
Are you happy for me? Doesn't that look and like, you know what? If you do a system analysis of that, that's a bad move. You ain't making money doing that. 8 years, divide up $301. I don't think that's a good idea.
You worked for $0.000001.
Yeah, exactly. I've been paying out the ass to work on. Yeah, what's your hourly rate? I'll work for you. That's my hourly rate. So yeah, so that finally, I crossed that boundary in my whole life because that's been a nightmare in my life. And then it's like, okay, what are you really doing in the world? And for me, I'm going to continue the same mission I started out with. I'm still doing it. It's just I feel that I died. You know what I mean? I feel that like, okay, so you died. You died, you lost everything. What would you do if you were just given a totally new slate? And I was like, you know what? I would just say, fuck it, let's have more fun. Let's be like the bees. In your own world, vibration goes whoosh high. You're having more fun. This warrior calendar that I've started doing, and I've been doing for the past 4 years, like mapping this out and studying it. When I actually do the work, my day is involved with having more fun with my kid and my mother. Go figure. I mean, just like aha moments.
So if I was going to really have fun with this and with the Mormon Church, I could do it one of two ways. I could go and meet with them and say, okay, I'll take your hush money, but you're not going to be able to afford me. I need a lot of hush money for me to keep quiet about this. I'm talking millions, 10 million. I want 10 million to not go public with this. Just keep it out of the press.
And then they kill you on the way to your car. I mean,
what?
And then they kill you on the way to your car. I mean,
do you think they would?
I don't trust anybody. Honestly, I
money, sign the NDA, and then write a book, like a fiction book, like a Da Vinci Code, and just tell the story, but tell it as a fiction story.
Sounds like a plan.
I could do that, couldn't I? And then I'm super rich. You don't have to worry about money. I don't have to work. I can have a lot more fun because I've got a lot more money, and I can set up my podcast stuff and just.
I definitely do not think you're safe going there by yourself. Uh-oh, you just went silent. Wow, that just kicked her off of there. Wow, that is amazing. Wow, why is it when you start talking about some heavy stuff, you get like kicked off of shit?
We just got kicked out, didn't we?
Yeah. Who owns WhatsApp?
So listen, did you
Who owns WhatsApp?
Potential? What?
Who owns WhatsApp? Huh?
Hello, are you listening to us?
Who owns WhatsApp? Who bought it?
Reveal yourself. Speak to us.
No, but I'm serious.
Who owns WhatsApp? Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg. Yeah,
Zuckerberg. The Jews in bed with the Mormons.
I think he's in bed with a lot of things. Anyway, it's a hot mess. It's like and also by presenting and living fun and fearlessness fun in the face of all this fear, you are hiding in plain sight also.
Exactly. So how about then that I agree to meet with their legal team?
Pick a number.
2.
Silent but deadly.
Yes. Silent but violent. So yeah, I go to their meeting, I record it secretly, and I go with no fear. I go to have fun, and I just listen to their bullshit. They'll offer me money, and I'll say it's not enough, and I'll just keep going backwards and forwards. So when Chelsea Goodridge, her story just came out in the Associated Press, they offered her 90,000 to start off with. She went back and said no. They came back with 300, and she settled for 300,000. I was like, honey, you could have got a lot more if you just, you know.
Wait, to not talk?
And then she signed an NDA, yeah. But her story came out anyway because her friend was in the room. He was secretly recording it, and he wasn't bound by the NDA. So he was the one that released it to the Associated Press, and that's when the story came out. But this is a story that happened in 2017, but it's only just got to the media last month. And they're just reporting it now, how the Mormon Church playbook of how they cover up abuse.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they've all got the playbook. Look at the Catholics; they all got some playbooks of.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's a hot mess.
But it's not come out in the UK. I mean, all of the cases are in America, but there's nothing coming out here.
How about look at what the Queen was doing? Oops, no, quit. Look at what I can take my lips apart. I've been playing with my kid, and it's like there's all. When you go like this, shh, it actually makes you have two mouths. I don't know. So you get like two mouths. If you're quiet, you're two mouths. All right. Speaking of, I love you. I gotta go pick up my mother, and this is so perfect. Oh my God, I can't believe you're calling me. I gotta call her and tell her I'm on my way, and then I can call you back.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wow. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna shake it. You're gonna bring the fun in the face of all the fear, and fuck those guys.
Yeah, and I'm not sitting around just waiting. I'm just getting my sword and going in. Yeah!
No matter how we smell, or how we look, or what kind of underwear we've got on underneath our bras.
Yeah.
We're living better because we're protecting the kids.
We are, absolutely. And having fun while we're doing it.
That's the key. Like, remember the bees. What?
Fun in the face of fear.
Fun in the face of fear. Yeah, remember the bees.
Remember the bees.
And I got to get you Regenerate and my Warrior book. You got to come on February 8th. It's 3 hours.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm going to be in Corfu the whole of February. I'm house sitting.
Fancy.
So if you want to come to Corfu.
Okay. Done.
All right. See, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being there. I love you very much.
Love you too. Thank you for calling in as I'm redoing my. Hey, Angela Shelton fixes up her YouTube channel and ends up talking about perpetrator networks. I mean, shocking, really shocking.
Really shocking.
Totally
not.
I know. I love you.
Love you too. Bye, darling.
Bye. I'll call you back.